nod. You can, eh, eh. Okay. I have a lot of trouble with patience as well. A lot, believe it or not. If something isn't happening when I want it to happen, I think that there's something wrong. So I struggle with it too. So it is a constant practice. And in this environment that we are all in, which is great that we're all in it so we can talk to one another about it, it's a struggle. So today I found a quote that kind of helps me if I remember to read it, okay? So let's sit back. I notice that as soon as I connect deeply to my breathing, my patience level increases because now I'm staying very present to the moment. I'm able to assess what's going on within me. So I'm going to invite us all into this place. We don't have to figure out why we're impatient. It doesn't matter. But day by day, moment by moment, we can work with it. So as we sit back against our chairs, you're welcome to keep your eyes open. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed. Whatever you choose. First, I'd like us to get a sense that we are seated in the chair. Sometimes we are unconscious to what we're doing. And that also affects our patience. So as we sit with our backs against the chair, begin to tune in. We're tuning in our dial. We are finding that frequency of patience and of peace. So let's begin to connect with our breathing. I have my hands on my lap. I'll move the chair in a moment. We're going to start with I am my breath. So we'll breathe in, I am. We'll breathe out, my breath. And try 4 of these breaths. Notice, but be very conscious that you're doing it. Take 4 breaths where you're completely focused on that. I am my breath. Patience is a form of wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things must unfold in their own time. Patience is a form of wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things must unfold in their own time. I'm going to invite you now to bring one hand to your heart. I have my left hand on my heart. You're going to see me moving away from the screen. Hopefully I won't back into Daisy. And I'm going to invite you to close the eyes again. You're okay now, Daisy? And feel your heartbeat. Connect with that heartbeat. Okay, we're good. Stay with those words. I am my breath. I am my breath. And then, as you're staying connected, bring one hand to the lower belly. Again, I am my breath. And in this space that we are in, as we're connecting with our hearts, we are going to connect with the hearts of everyone in our lovely circle of squares. So you can imagine this. You can imagine it as a beam of light. It's not actually going through the computer screen, but we're imagining we're moving to everybody in this community that we're in, this yoga community. Connecting our hearts. That's it. Some of us may not know each other. Some of us know each other many, many years. Let's connect deeply. Honoring one another, honoring our patience, honoring our peace. And in this place, I invite you to bring yourself to a spot in nature. See yourself, maybe under a tree, maybe by the water's edge, maybe at a mountain. Find that special place. And from this place in nature, think about something you would like to call in, an intention. Perhaps a prayer. And as you breathe in, call that in. As you breathe out, send it out. And then whenever you are ready, we'll begin to slowly open the eyes. As I let Daisy out, we'll begin to do our movement. How are we feeling? We're ready to move a little bit. I'm going to begin by rolling the shoulders. And I want to stay connected to my breathing. So that is what keeps me very conscious of what's going on when I am staying connected with my breathing. And then we'll move the shoulders in the other direction. And the wonderful piece about patience is we really can get so much out of it when we are honoring it within ourselves. So let's bring those shoulders up to the ears, breathing in here, breathing out, we'll let them relax. Breathing in, bring them up real high towards the ears, breathing out, relax. One more. And then we'll bring our hands together. We'll do a little bit with the neck and head. Now, anyone who's ever had an injury or surgery or a muscle pull, we know the power of patience. We know that with patience, hand in hand with patience goes frustration. So we want to bring the grace to patience. So let's breathe in. We'll look to one side. We breathe out. We come to center. We breathe in. We look to the other side. We breathe out. We come to center. Breathing in, we're going to look up. We're going to open the mouth. We stick out the tongue. We come back to center. Breathing in, looking down. Breathing out, coming to center. We'll do it one more time. The neck can get very stiff sometimes. Breathing in to one side, breathing out to the other, breathing in, looking up. I ask you to open the mouth and open up the jaw because there's a lot of tension. And the out breath and the tongue out helps to also clear the back of the throat. We'll come back to center. And one more. And we come back to center. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to twist from here. So from here, I move myself away from the back of the chair. My feet are on the earth. My hands are together. I'm going to breathe and I'm going to twist. But I'm going to keep my elbows a little lifted. And I want you to keep your eyes open so you can exercise the eyes as well. We return to center. We're taking these movements with our breath. So we breathe in here, breathe out, we twist, and we'll take a breath here. That's it. We'll come back to center. All right, so now we're going to open the arms out. Turn the palms up. Notice how this feels. This is an offering. Or it may even be for you a calling in. What do we want to call in? Do we want to call in patience, grace, love, peace? Call it in. Call it in with these arms raised up. Breathing in here, we'll reach the arms up, breathing out to center. We just brought it into our hearts. Now we're going to breathe in, we'll reach the arms up, breathing out, we're going to do a little twist. I have my arms slightly forward of the shoulders, so I'm not straining the shoulders. Now I'll breathe in, I reach back up, breathing out, coming back to center. Lovely. Breathing in, we reach, breathing out, we twist. Breathing in, we reach, breathing out, palms to the heart. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to do it one more time. Breathing in, we reach. Breathing out, we twist. Breathing in, we reach. Breathing out, hands to the heart. Grace and patience. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out, we twist. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out, palms to the heart. There we go. So from here, I'm going to bring myself in this direction so you can see me, so you guys can stay exactly where you are. And this is the spinal rocking that I like to do with our class because we have fluids in the sacral area. This is the sacral area. It's called synovial fluid that pumps up and down the spinal column that helps to lubricate the joints of the body. So this is how we engage that practice. We're going to push the tailbone out. We're going to lift the heart and the head. That is our in-breath. And breathing out, we round the spine and we bring our navel in towards the spine. That is our out-breath. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to come back to center. We lengthen our spine, nice and long spine. I'm going to turn back this way. Now I'm going to open up the knees. So this is our warm-up. You know, as the weather gets cooler, the muscles start to get a little bit tight too. We want to warm up a little bit. So the knees are open here. I'll back up a little bit. Trunk rolls, one of my favorites. We get to move the spine. We also are working with the hips. We're working with our breath. You can make this as large a movement or as small, depending on flexibility or even repair work. So here we go. Breathing in, breathing out, I return to center. I love how everybody disappears. Usually everybody's heads disappear. Breathing in, we circle. Breathing out, we rise. And as we're tuning in, you may notice, wow, you know, body's starting to feel a little bit better now. Come back to center. We go the other way. We come back to center. Two more. One more. We return to center. Close the eyes. Drop in. How are we feeling? Are we able to assess with acceptance? We'll bring the legs back in. I'm going to bring my hands to the chair. Right hand is going to be on the chair. Left arm, I'm going to reach up. Now I have my feet nice and strong on the floor. I'm going to reach that left arm up. And I'm going to look for the leg of the chair. I found it. Okay. So now I'm going to go sideways. Sideways bends, we want to pay attention to. We have so many muscles called intercostal muscles in the ribs. They're little muscles that attach the ribs together. And sometimes if we take these side bends a little bit too quickly, those little muscles like to tighten up and say, I don't think so. So let's try this. We're going to look down. And now we're going to look up. And now we're going to take this left arm, We're going to go all the way over to the right, around. Breathing in, we're going to reach up. Breathing out all the way around. Now I'm going to take it further back, and I'm going to use my head, finally, and follow it. I hope somebody out there laughed at that. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more, everybody. I want to see what's going on out there. There we go. And now this arm comes up, it returns back. Take a moment, right side, left side, how are we feeling? We're gonna try the other side. I'm holding onto the chair, breathing in, I reach. Breathing out, it's a sideways bend. I'm gonna stay connected to my breathing here. I'm gonna notice, wow, the right side's a little bit snug. I'm gonna look down, and then I'm gonna look up. Staying connected to my breathing. My breathing is my guide. My breath is my guide. Now I'm gonna turn to face towards the left. I'm gonna reach to the left. And this may not be available for everybody. I'm gonna breathe in, bring that arm around. Breathing out, reaching. A few more times. If this is not available to you, pause. Imagine you're doing it. There we go. 2 more. Make it count. I don't know what that means. And now we bring that arm back. We bring it beside us. Take a moment. Notice how the upper body is feeling. It's waking up. All right, let's go to the lower body, okay? So for this, we're going to, again, move towards the edge of the chair. So the legs feel like they're off the chair a little bit. And some of this is going to be ab work. So work with where you are today. We're going to lift the right knee, pointing the toes towards us, and then bringing that foot to the earth. We're going to do the left. So we're going to be lifting nice and slow, nice and easy. Some of us may only come up a little bit. Some of us might be able to take it further. And one more each side. Okay. Now, we're going to take that right leg out, point the toes towards us, point them away. Right away, you feel that stretch up the leg when the toes are pointed towards us. We feel the stretch of the calf. Now, keep the toes pointed towards you. Leg is straight, right leg is straight. We can lift the foot and then bring it down. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to lift, bend to the earth. Straighten, lift, bend to the earth. And one more. Straighten, bend to the earth. Let's go to the other side. Flexing the left toes towards us, pointing them away. A little bit of movement here. You can feel it. You can even circle the ankle a little. That feels good too. Excellent for circulation. And then we're going to lift the left leg, bend it, bring it to the earth. Straighten, lift, bend to the earth. Straighten, lift, bend to the earth. One more. There we go. Beautiful. And now we'll take that right leg. We're going to bring it across. Some of us are unable to do this. That's okay. What I will ask is that you're imagining you're doing this. Okay? I'm going to bring a little pressure to the right knee, and then I'm going to lift the left heel. You'll feel this right away in the hip socket. So if this is not a posture for you, then observe. Stay connected to your breathing here. That's it. And today we haven't done this in a while. I'm going to take that right leg off. I'm going to reach for either the ankles, the shin, maybe even the toes. I'm going to lift that foot. I want to see everybody's feet. And then nose to knee. And I'm going to continue to focus on my breathing here. And then I'm going to bring that foot down. If anybody wants to try this, you can grab the outside edge of your foot, 2 fingers around the big toe. I'm going to reach my left arm out, and I'm going to bring that leg out to the side. You see I have a little bend in the knee. That's okay. There we go. We'll bring it back, foot to the floor. Wow, that's good on the right side. All right, so now we try left side. Okay, and you'll notice one side feels a little bit more flexible. So the foot, the ankle is on the thigh, a little pressure on the inside of the knee, just a touch. And then I'm going to lift the heel. Just a little bit. Beautiful, everybody. Okay, now I'm going to bring that foot back down. I'm going to take that left foot. Maybe I can straighten the leg a little bit, maybe knee to nose, maybe. And then I'm going to keep the foot here, but I'm going to try to get 2 fingers around the big toe or the outside edge. I'm going to take my right arm out. Now, typically this is a standing pose. We won't do that today. And then we come back, foot to the floor. Ah, very nice. And from here, we're going to stand. If anybody wants to stay seated, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to stand. I'm going to turn the chair. And first, okay, so here I am, right? Be aware that your chair may want to move. So I'm going to start to walk my feet away. What I'm trying to do here, and you could always bring your chair right up against something if you don't want it to move. What I want to do is walk my feet away and keep my back nice and long. I'm going to keep my head looking straight ahead for a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the tailbone away. So now I'm getting a really full stretch from the tailbone all the way through the shoulders. I'm still looking up. My legs are straight here. See how it feels for you if you can keep the legs straight. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down, and maybe my head can move right between the arms. And I'm going to stay connected to the breathing. And now I lift my face. I'm going to walk myself forward, and I'm moving right towards the back of the chair. And I'm going to fold over the chair. Some of us might have very high backs on the chair, so it may not work as well. But I'm bringing my hands to the chair. My belly is going right over the chair. I want to get another stretch. What I may do, or what you may be able to do, is take your hands down the front legs of the chair. May not be available for all of us. And then let the head drop. And as you're focusing on your breathing, imagine that breath is moving to the areas of the body that are feeling inflexible today. And now we'll lift the face, hands on the chair, hands on the back of the chair. We rise up. We rise up. We are in mountain. Beautiful, everyone. Now I can see everybody. All right, so from here, we're gonna open up the legs. You have the chair beside you if you need it. We're going to turn our right foot out, our left foot turns in. I have my left hand on the chair. You don't have to. I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna show you now with the arms reaching, and I'm gonna bend my right knee. If I need to hold on to the chair, left hand is on the chair, I'm gonna turn to the right, and I'm going to feel the strength of my legs here. So I want you to notice something. Chair's out of the way. My upper body is nice and straight. I'm not leaning, okay? I'm gonna connect with my breathing now. I wanna stay connected to my breathing. This is called Warrior Two. Very powerful pose. Staying connected to our breathing, staying with our patience. And now we're gonna take this beautiful left arm down to the leg, right arm over. The hand may also be on the chair. There we go. This is called Resting Warrior. We're gonna try this again. Breathing in, we're here. Warrior Two. We're staying connected to our breathing. Powerful pose. Left hand to the leg or the chair, right arm reaches. And some of us may want to look up at that arm, that hand. That's it. And now we'll come back up, both toes forward. We'll go to the other side. Just a little note about patience. My first yoga class was about, we'll turn left foot out as I speak and right foot in. My first yoga class was about 22 years ago. Breathing in, we reach the arms. Breathing out, the left knee bends. And we'll look to the left. You can hold on to the chair. So 22 years ago was my first class. It was an 8-week class, once a week for 8 weeks. It took me 8 weeks before I was patient with what was happening in the body. 8 weeks. I was cursing in my head because I was in the posture too long. 22 years later, here we are. And now we'll take right arm to the leg, left arm reaches over. Resting Warrior. Staying connected to our breathing, our patience, our grace. Breathing in here, breathing out, back into Warrior Two. Hand to the leg, we reach over. And now we'll come back up, both toes forward. We'll turn our heels in a little bit. And again, you can work with the chair in front of you. We're gonna reach those arms up, opening up the hands. Hands get very tight, right? Wanna open up those hands, beautiful. This is called Star. We're gonna breathe in Star, we're gonna breathe out Goddess. Whatever Goddess means to you. Male, female, it's okay. Breathing in, Goddess. Maybe lift the face if you're able to move the head and keep the balance. Breathing out, we bend again in Goddess. Now, if you're able to stay here and stay with your balance, we're gonna do a little twist to one side. Keep the eyes open, find a focal point, relax the palms a little bit so they're more of in a cup formation. Breathing in here, breathing out, we'll go back into Star to rest the legs a little bit, yes. Breathing in here, breathing out Goddess, we twist. Beautiful, everybody. And one more. We come back to center, come back to star. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful goddess. Gods and goddesses, we twist. We come back to center, breathing in. And one more. We bend, we twist. We breathe. And now we come back, arms beside us. Taking a nice deep breath in, and I'm going to invite you to Very nice. So let's go to the chair. We're going to do one more before I bring us into, I think I might do the drumming today. So sit in the chair and open up the legs a little bit wider. We'll do our beautiful triangle pose. Triangle pose is wonderful in the chair. So I'll show you how it looks. We're going to open up the knees again. Here we are. We're going to take our right arm on the inside of the right leg. We're going to slowly drop to the right. Now, some of us might have challenges with the shoulder. You can just keep your arm down. I'm going to show you. I'm going to lift my left shoulder away. I'm going to try to get my neck and head in line with the spine. I'm going to turn my left hand away, and I'm going to look up. So this may be where you are today in this triangle. Or left hand to the heart, reach the elbow. You can feel a stretch immediately. And then we reach that arm up. Maybe we can look up at that arm. Have that connection. We're reaching towards the earth. We're reaching towards the cosmos. Beautiful, nice deep breathing here. We bring that arm down, nice and easy. We rise back up. We'll go to the other side. Left arm is on the inside of the leg. We drop over to the side. You can either have your palm away behind you and look up, taking a breath here, or you can take right hand to the heart, lifting the elbow, opening up that arm, reaching for the cosmos, reaching for the earth. Here we are, right in the middle, finding our patience, our grace. And now that arm returns back. We come back. We sit back. And I'm going to take us on a little journey. So I invite you to sit back. Let your body be in a restful position. Feet on the earth, back up against the chair. And we'll go on a little journey today. I think we need a little journey. So I'm going to ask that we allow ourselves a few moments to trust. Trust what we may see or hear today. Let's connect first with our breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Find your rhythm. Begin to connect with your heartbeat. If it helps, you could always bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, as we connect deeply to the rhythm. We're going to allow the body to relax a little bit. The muscles of our face, the mind, the muscles of the neck, shoulders, arms, the back, the chest and the belly, the hips, the legs, all the way through the toes. And a very relaxed part of ourselves is going to get up off the chair, walk towards the front door, opening the door and stepping outside onto a magical footpath. The sky is bright blue. The sun is warm on our skin as we walk forward towards a forest. You may be with someone you love, a pet, or maybe today we are solo as we step into this magical forest, asking ourselves to be free of any assumptions of what we may see. And as we walk in, we also ask that we are guided over the rocks and the roots, over the sticks and the stones, as we walk deep into this forest. Down and down we go into this forest, noticing the beautiful trees, the canopy of leaves, the colors that are beginning to show, yellow and orange and red and green. The breeze picks up as we walk further down, closer to the sound of water. We come to a creek with a beautiful bridge. We look down and we see a white heart-shaped rock and a black heart-shaped rock. We pick it up, both of them, and we step onto the footbridge. And we look downstream and we take this black rock, and into it, we blow our frustrations, our worries, our stress. We toss it into the stream, and we let those waters carry it away. The breeze picks up. It's our confirmation. We've released what no longer serves us. And we have this white heart-shaped rock in our hands. We're going to turn upstream. We're going to blow into this rock all that we wish to create for ourselves. We blow into this. We toss it into the stream, letting the waters carry it away. As we do, a hawk flies by, our confirmation again. We look around saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, as we step off of this footbridge. And we look up at the path that we've crossed, over the many rocks and the roots. We look at the forest floor and all the levels of life that we see from birth to death. The circle of life that we see on the forest floor. And we take our way back up and up and up. Up through the rocks and the roots, up through the sticks and the stones. We notice a beautiful monarch butterfly as we move up and up. We come back out of the forest, onto the footpath, and step back towards our home. We walk through the door, onto our seat, and we take a moment to count the blessings that we have. Knowing that patience may sometimes be elusive, but we can always reach for it. We're going to deepen our breathing. And in this place of relaxation, we'll begin to bring our hands together at the heart. And we'll bring to mind someone in need of healing, bringing their face from mind into heart, being generous with what we give, sending it out to those suffering around the world, in our own country, in our own hearts. We ask that the suffering is transformed into peace, into freedom, into tranquility. And now we also ask for the healing of humanity, the healing of our planet. And let's take from our hearts as we pass this energy to all of us here in our little circle of squares. We send this around with those we've held in light into the cosmos for peace, healing, freedom, love, and unity. We'll open the eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always bring such a big smile to my face. I love seeing you. And I hope one day we can really see each other, not only in Stop and Shop, but other places on our path, hopefully together in at the library. So what are we doing for next week?